The DCU is steadily building their universe, and already with the first 3 projects, it feels like they are correcting a major MCU problem. The MCU has been dominating the box office since 2008 when Iron Man was released. However, since the Infinity Saga ended, and the MCU shifted focus to covering multiple mediums, including TV and film, things have slowed down considerably. Meanwhile, the DCU is about to debut their first movie with Superman. Now, with only 1 movie due to be released in 2025, and a handful of other projects planned for the years and months ahead, there is a long road ahead for the DCU. But, with James Gunn's previous experience working on the MCU, and seeing the ups and downs of the MCU, it seems as though the DCU is already course-correcting some of the issues from the MCU. The DC Universe's first movie and first 2 shows all share one storyline. The universal connections run deep in the DCU. As mentioned above, the DCU is releasing Superman in 2025, in addition to having released the animated series, Creature Commandos at the end of 2024, and Peacemaker Season 2 coming out later in 2025. And while these shows cover the big and small screen, all 3 have clear connections. Beyond the references and teases for the Justice League, all 3 projects include Frank Grillo playing the role of Rick Flag Sr. Rick Flag Sr.'s story also extends back into the DCEU, with his son having appeared and being killed in the Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker dealing with the aftermath of having killed Rick Jr. in the first season of Peacemaker. Rick Sr. is well connected in the DCU, and his central role in multiple projects creates a unique continuous story that is gradually expanded and developed through other projects. The Rick Flag S&R storyline avoids an MCU problem. The MCU has struggled to create a balanced viewing experience for audiences. Now, Gunn promised from the start of the DCU, the projects featured on various platforms, whether that is TV, film, or even video games, would all be connected, unless explicitly set up as DC Elseworlds projects. This means that the universe that all of these stories play out in is designed to take place in the same universe, with a certain amount of overlap and continuous storytelling. And Rick Flag Sr.'s story is a perfect example of how this is true, without overwhelming or overshadowing the rest of the DCU. Rick is present in each of these 3 stories, and his narrative develops in each project, but it's not required viewing to watch the 2 TV shows to enjoy the character and connect with them in the movie. Instead, the DCU is making an effort to connect these stories, but viewers can be as engaged as they want to be, without feeling the burden of needing to catch up on every project. And unfortunately, as the MCU has grown, their projects can sometimes feel like homework to get to the next story. The DCU's Rick Flag storyline makes Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 even more exciting. There are layers of storytelling being worked into the DCU. Rick Flag Sr. is a central character in Creature Commandos as the official leader of the team. That project delivers the most expansive exploration of the character, and it appears that his role in both Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 is more of a supporting role. However, the inclusion of the character doesn't necessitate the audience needing to go and learn everything about him unless they want to find out more about his character. And if that's the case, they can go and enjoy Creature Commandos, which ultimately feels a lot closer to how comics work. The comics have connected universes, and when readers find a character they like, there is often a series of stories that explores more about that character. However, if they don't have an interest in the character, they can focus their attention on other characters. Rick Flag Sr.'s role in Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 feels similarly positioned, which means that the DCU audience is in control of how much or how little they engage with the series as a whole.